All right. I'm very excited to connect today and chat today and channeling coffee chat, which is the vibe. Um, it's a really bright, beautiful energy. But more so, I want to talk about you. I want you to talk about you. I want to learn about you. I want you guys to feel like this is just a far more personal space. There is no wall. It's like, again, we're all in one space together. So I've got one main big question, and I want to invite that if you want to go and say it out loud and go off mute, you can, or you can use the chat. But it's this big question. If you think about like the last like 6 years or so, what are some like what's a theme of the shift, a theme of what you've seen, a theme of how your life has changed? Because I'm betting it's probably changed a lot, right? It's probably been like the most single-handed, like, whoa, everything shifted. It certainly was for me. So I want to hear about that because that is like the open doorway to why I've brought us all here beyond beautiful connection and literal coffee. So what are like what's the big theme of what has happened for you that didn't happen before? And again, um, feel free to use your actual voice because we love the power of the voice. Or you can chat as you like. Ray said, break menopause. Breakdown, destruction, struggle. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I see you moving towards what I want instead of what I should want. Cleansing. Yeah. Yep. 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 Again, we're really thinking about what started around COVID time that has been this big, like, rainbow of a theme. I think cleansing is one of the biggest things I would say. It's been a big healing time. Even those among us who have been like, I'm avoiding this, it's been a big healing time. Growth. Absolutely. Catharsis, awakening, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Intense transformation and healing to align with my true self. Precisely, yes. More awareness, yes. Yes. And for some of you, it's not just you doing that, it's you helping other people do that, right? Like of not everyone here, but I know a lot of you work with clients. Maybe even our new friend Cheryl, because you said shaman, I'm betting, yes? Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Kristen, overarching theme, so many words, but expansion, yes. Upheaval, setting boundaries. Whew! Oh yeah. Yeah, the things that like the nitty-gritty that needed to come up, right? Lots of muck. Yeah. Ooh, Erica, I'm really excited. This fall I have employment, fourth week of the same school. Beautiful, beautiful, amazing. First of all, congrats. Yeah, girl. It's so exciting for me when I see people just like slaying it that I've, heard your story for a while. So I'm very, very happy for you. Stepping into my authoritative energy. Yes, 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 yes. But there's one big theme that kind of is like the underbelly of all of that, that hopefully you can see too, which is transformation. It's been a time of change because I'm just curious, like a show of hands, before about 6 to 8 years ago, did you really think about or were you aware about like so much of your inner story and inner change? Like, yes, you were aware or not aware? Like, I feel like not aware, right? Like, it seems like it was like a whole other world. And then, like, okay, Claudette was aware. She's ahead of the time. Okay, she's ahead of the time. She knew. But I think for most of us, it was like life almost changed overnight in a way. And it's been like this I want to say almost like a vortex is kind of what comes to me, like this spiral of change and shift. Kind of aware, but at a lesser level, glimpses, but they felt a bit like fantasy. Okay, yeah, you guys are weighing it. I had no idea. Dory, I was aware, but I was hiding from it in 2020. It made me stop hiding. Beautiful. Beautiful. So, all to say, you as individuals, and probably also people in your family, perhaps friends, again, perhaps clients. That's another question. For those of you that have businesses that work with other people, what year did that start? What year did it all begin? What year did it begin? 2023, 2021, 23. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Yeah. I would bet so probably everybody. I am recording this, right? Yeah, thank God. I was like, am I recording? Yes. I would say my guess. Yes, Kristen. My guess is probably everyone that watches this as a whole is probably going to say around 2018, 2019 to about now. Which brings me to something that's very, 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 very exciting. We've been in this time period of get the whole world awake, which has meant this massive facing of ourselves. And for some people, a lot of upheaval and a lot of change and a lot of beauty and a lot of truth, but also perhaps some hardship. And what I'm so excited about is we are emerging. We are emerging. So like, yes, we are emerging. There is a different time, LOL time, coming that's available. And what we get to do with that, what you get to do with that is so, well, it's always so up to the individual. Back in 2023, I ran something called Clear 3, which at least one of you was in. And I had this two of you? Yes, I was gonna say, I know you were in it too. Maybe more than two, at least two. And I remember back then being like, okay, in 2023 or 2024 to 2027, it's gonna be this big change. And it turned out to be pretty right on. 2021 for your business, yes. So what is so exciting for me, and then I might go into more of a channel space, but also again, feel free to chat, guys. This is, again, we are all in the same room, is that we are entering, because it's never like a single date and then boom. Clear 3 was a big turning point for me into deeper places. Yeah. That was like, ooh, in, and now it's like out, which is a great thing. We're leaving that. So I haven't been this excited about eclipses since about 2021. And also to say, and also just to catch up, Cheryl, I'm sorry to say your name so many times, but as someone new, I'm like, hey, I want to make sure you're caught up. There's lots of programs I've run over the last years, like over 20, which is insane. And there's only one this year, one. And so when people are mentioning Clear 3 and the cycle, they're mentioning different programs. And every time I run a program, it's never from like, oh, I think I should do that. It's always like sources like, this is important for the collective go. And as I'm sure you understand, and once again, we are in one of those times. But what's so delicious and exciting for me is this one feels completely different, which is where I want to give you all a sense of hope and a sense of excitement that what's been happening over the last years, even like if hopefully a lot of it's been good too, but what's been that big like upheaval has the opportunity to really, really change. And back in 2021, when I was launching Clear, which was the biggest thing we ever did, over 100 people took it, and it was like intense. Ray knows, Ray was there. It was like bulldozer intense, and big changes happened. People got married from that, like people changed their finances from that, huge. But that was a period where I could recognize that we were going into something extreme and important. But that's again a very different feeling than this. So now we get a chance to go into a very different place as a collective and as individuals, which brings us to this beautiful thing that I'm made, has created, called time. So I want to do a bit of a channel, because I so sometimes don't like talking from just the brain, and give us a space to sort of connect with that message of what that is. But before I do that, do you feel like you are feeling the change coming? Are you feeling a lift coming? Have you sensed yet that something is shifting and has the capacity to shift now forward? Have any of you related to that or gotten that message? Some people are saying yes. Beautiful. Are there butterflies on your shirt, or is it flowers? Crystals? Feathers? Cheryl, I can't tell. Maybe it's plants. I was like, I think it's butterflies. I don't think it is.
It's a gaudy night dress that has these giant tropical flowers on it.
Excellent. Love it. Love it.
I'm in my moo-moo.
Love it. Rachel, seeing more clearly like never before. Yeah, it's like I wish I could give you, like, I hope you can feel in me the excitement I have for, yes, Claudette, definitely. I know, yes. I wish you could feel from my heart the excitement I have for what is possible, and the lightness that is available, and the abundance that is available in these next steps. And obviously a lot easier if we have, I guess you could say, the toolkit that they want us to have, which I think is so much of why I end up running programs. It's to give us the shift personally and the toolkit for like best maximizing these times, which is also why I never run things twice or 3 times unless it's literally one program called The Voice. But this one coming will never be run twice because it's specific to this eclipse time. So Ray, swings between up and down. That could possibly change. That could possibly change. I feel like that might be more individual potentially, but that could possibly change. Rachel, feeling excited and not knowing why. Yeah. And how beautiful is that? So yeah, I just, I want to channel a little bit. I don't have any plan is my whole thing of this. Like every single part of this, like I didn't even know I was running something up until like 4 days ago. Just listen and I do. So, yeah. So we're not going to do some great big setup because again, it's not intended to be a healing, although who knows, it could happen. But that's not my intention. My intention is, God, can you allow me to be a clear and perfect channel for all to help connect with what time is and what that calling is and what the beauty of that is available for us, and really what we're supposed to know here today is really what I want to say. So you can be eyes closed, you can be not eyes closed, however you like to receive a channel. I tend to like eyes closed, but you do you. Oh, it's like a gift. It's like a gift. I see a gift opening, a gift opening, a gift opening. If we choose to see it that way. God, please make me a clear and perfect channel. Please get me out of the way, get my own ego out of the way, I just want to allow space, God, space for me to be a clear and perfect channel for you, God. I love that I look up and I see lots of 5s. Again, if you feel like you want to set up protections, feel free, but I don't think this will be any heavy thing. It feels light. So what do you want us to know today, God? There is a shift, there is a shift, there is a shift, there is a shift. And it's like a breaking away. And it's significant. Like they almost show me like stepping onto new land. Stepping onto new land. Not everyone is going to see it. Not everyone is going to see opportunity available for them. Not everyone is going to see the milk and the nectar and the honey that is available. There is, I see honey, dewdrops. It's sweet. It's sweet and it's plentiful, and it's asking us to go a different way, to go away from where we were and truly into a new okay, yeah, a new era is forming. A new era is forming, one that is created, not given. Interesting. One that is created, not given. And then they show literally the sands of time, the sands of time, the sands of time. The collective, I'm sure we're aware of this. Many people are kind of, I guess you could say, imagining the worst, but this is not what is so. There is a different energy. There is literally the land of milk and honey. There is this abundant, plentiful, restorative, ooh, that's nice, restorative opportunity and gentleness and creation. And even if you're not aware of it yet, even if you're not feeling it, even if you're not seeing it, know that it is coming. And then they show again like these blocks of time periods. Again, we think of linear time. Time is not linear. But this is about time, the program is about the after of this August set of eclipses. But it's new dawn energy. It's sweet energy. It's not places we've been before. And they're saying if this is relatable to someone, if this is, whether they're on replay or live, to come out of the hiding place, to come out of the hiding place, to leave those doors behind you. There is new dawn energy available if we choose to see it. That is the essence of it. And again, they bring me to flowers and nectar and honey. It's almost like this filter. And you know, let's say you entered time. You might have people around you who see it completely different. It's this filter. It's this filter of what do I choose to see? Do I allow myself to see the path of the most joy, the path of the most freedom, the path of the most sweetness? We are allowed, if we allow it to come through. And there are some, I guess you could say, minor adjustments to make, but they are nothing like, the tower energy of what we've seen before. Nothing like it. Nothing like it. There is a familiarity in a way, and there's a community energy in a way, and there's a excitement energy in a way. This is different. We have not been here before. It's almost like we're coming home to this new version of what is available and around to us. And you need not worry if everybody can see it. You need to know instead that you have access to it. This moment right here, this moment right here, this moment, and this, if you choose to enter the time program, this is that access to, not a word I ever use, favor. And then once again, I see nectar. And that nectar is symbolic. I just want to say that nectar is symbolic. Like this is going to be very different for different people in what you have been, I guess you could say, working towards or calling forward. But this energy has nothing to do with work. This is not a masculine hustle energy at all. Like at all. It's so grounded. It's so feminine. It's so present. And because it feels like someone needs to hear this. it does not matter where you've come from before. Like, let's say it's been like, oh, like really bumpy times. It does not matter. It does not matter. It's almost like in this new space, if you choose to go into this new space and this new energy, it doesn't matter what it's looked like before. Like, this is a space of pure unconditional love and complete and pure non-judgment. And it is welcoming and saying, hey, I see you. Come on back over here. So it's really a leave your worries behind you vibe. It's really a, it's the bare necessities. It's, I can't say enough because I've been feeling it the last few days. It's whimsical. Like it feels like Alice in Wonderland and colorful and plentiful. And it's again, the word they give me is restorative. It's restorative. Like maybe you have felt like I'm really burnt out, or I'm really like exhausted, or I really can't take it anymore. Like this energy that's available, and the energy that they want to bring us in the time program, it's restorative, and not like in a let me bandage you up way. No, in like a light, sweet, home to the self light. It's light. I can describe it no other way than light. It's singing a new song and being in a new harmony. And it's again, I can't say enough. It's not the trials and tribulations and like, this is not that. If you've ever found, for example, that like healing work or something was like really hard, this is not that energy. No. Someone's gonna be happy to hear this. I hear we've graduated from that. We've graduated from that. Hallelujah. This is not that. No. I don't ever want to control the channel, but I want to ask them a question. Why the subject of time, if I may ask? Why the subject of time? Okay. I heard we're ready now. We're ready now. I'm also hearing we cannot reveal too much, but it will be supportive. And the thing is, I can't even say like in where we're going next, because in the bigger picture of it all, that's actually not really what they want us to see. Like time, it's almost like Control Alt Delete, time doesn't exist. But even though we know as humans, we perceive calendar time. But we're ready now is the answer. Asking God, what's next? What's next? What's next? A general message for someone, whoever needs to hear it, I don't know. And this could just be about like the old versus the new, because again, this is called a new beginning. I heard comparison is the thief of joy. Comparison is the thief of joy. Like really, truly not to compare or think of like what past experiences have been like. Maybe, I don't know, maybe someone has done some kind of, maybe somewhere in the healing process. I don't want to guess what it has been for you. I don't want to ever suggest or guess. I feel like that's beside the point. But to not compare the past in quotes, to the now, to what this is. Because, quote, it cannot be compared. You really do have the opportunity for a whole new beginning. And it doesn't mean, and this is like, again, like the joy, it's so joyous. Like it does not mean that the old doesn't exist. It doesn't mean that the old has to fall away. It doesn't mean you have to lose something. Like all the things we worry about with change, it doesn't have to mean any of that. It's like this beautiful white space that opens. This beautiful white space that opens. And we're asked to, obviously it's choice, we're asked to trust this. To trust this, even if you never take time. But we invite you to take time. To trust that this does exist and is available to you. And that is so much the purpose of. It's And this came through in the video the other day. It's being in harmony with the self, like the self is a finely tuned instrument in a way that hasn't been done before. What that may mean, it may mean that you are even more intuitively clear. That's a yes. And it also may mean that you feel a lot more harmonized and like aligned with your body or maybe your health. Interesting, never a bad thing. A reminder to hydrate, whoever needs that reminder. And sorry for the squealing birds in the background. Asking God, is there more for us to know about this all? It's to believe again. It's to believe again. I think for some of us, it's been all sorts of rides and all sorts of experiences, and they're really saying and really, again, comparison is the thief of joy. What is available next does not have to be anything like what was. You can take the good, but a whole new beginning is available. To believe again, to press, like new, like putting in like the new VCR in a way. The new VCR, the new tape. I love the birds. Asking God what else you want us to know about this shift happening. That is much of the point of what they want to say. Time is a gift, is how they call it. A gift to be opened because of like what it, how do I describe this? It's almost like something we take inside the heart and opens the heart. And I have felt so much with the heart this whole call. I don't know about you. I have felt so much with the heart this whole call. Again, not an official healing class, not a class, but I've felt so much with the heart. I think this like opens in a whole, again, beautiful, new way. And to not let what's happened before. Okay, we've already said that. But time is a gift to be opened. What else do you want to know about time? We will receive through time. The program, not literal time. We will receive through. It will bring, don't ask me how, because I actually don't know how, but this is what I'm hearing. Authority and like a self, like an inner power aspect with receiving and moving in harmony with what's around you. That's part of it. And that's something we haven't really moved through before, at least not in the programs I've run. It's like in time, you will be like working in harmony. I don't want to say working because that's not the vibe. Moving in harmony with all that coexists around you in a way that makes it so easy and beautiful that it's like humming a tune and you're already there. So this is not a time of struggle and strife. This is not a challenge experience. Not to say nothing will come up, but it is a grand opening. Is there more to say in channel, or can we shift out of channel? It exists. This beautiful new beginning energy exists if you allow it. Again, it's about receiving. It's about feminine energy, which has nothing to do with gender, just to be very, very clear, but it's about receiving, not pushing. It's about moving in harmony with land, nature, time. And it is a gift to receive if we should choose to open it. I think that can conclude the channel. And then I want to sort of talk about it in detail, but let's just let that settle, because there's never a channel without some energy moving. Erica, it felt at one point like the birds were, that's cool. They probably were. Again, there's a feeling of like harmony. Like, I don't think I've ever perceived that something is like we all work with what's around, but I feel like after the time program, we're going to feel so in harmony with not only ourselves and body and health, but also like what is around. And that's exciting. I'm like, okay, that's cool. That's very beautiful. So maybe give yourself a stretch. Give yourself a stretch. This is so random, but give yourself a color. Give yourself a color. If there's a color of energy or a color of light that you feel like your body and your being right now need, give yourself a color. I'm kind of vibing with purple, but give yourself a color. Give yourself a color. Aqua is very throat chakra. Yellow, all right. Very with the 8/8 time. Very with the Lionsgate time. Beautiful. So I know that sometimes in channel it can be like, whoa, what did I just hear? So hopefully hopefully it's something felt and not just that the mind receives, because that's really the point. But all to say, in summary, there is this incredible opportunity that they are giving to me to give to us, or through me, I should say. I'm just the vehicle. Thank y'all. In time. And in time, this is the logistics part. If we're back on the planet, if we're back on Earth, I hope. Are we here? Are we here? It's very, very different, because every program I've ever run, one-to-one work has never been like part of it. This time it is. And I just listen, and that's what we do. So in time, the whole concept is past, present, future. And again, I did a horrible introduction of myself, but something you should know if you're new to me is that I help people work with karmic contracts. I help people to solve the difficult to solve. I do energetic correction work. I do activation work. I help you to align in your highest pathway. And certainly not all, but a lot of my clients are healers and intuitives themselves, or if they're not, they are, living their passion and wanting to open more of that, and then they do. And then they do, and then it gets bigger, and then it gets bolder. And I love seeing people through the changes that happen through this work. But Time, the program itself, has 2 one-to-one sessions. So there's 2 times that we will meet individually, where it's completely and fully your story. And I cannot say enough, but a lot of people on this call know how profound a single one of those is. And also they're usually, I would say, fairly high investment. And in this, it's not. Just because I listened, and it was not a logical decision. It was a listening decision. So there's 2 one-to-ones. And then the other thing to know, Rachel's ready. Yes, I know, Rachel, I'm so excited that you're part of this. Is that there's 3 group classes. The classes will be different than this. This is a channel about. In the classes, we're actually like hardcore moving energy. And also we will be learning about how to work with time in a way and a level I've never seen before or done before or had anything to do with before, because that's again part of what they want us to have. There will be a past class, which does go into some, some past work, right? Although again, past is not technically accurate, because I believe there are past, present, parallel, future, possibly even more than that. So the past class will, be some healing bits, but in the forward way. And again, they're so clear that this is not a difficult healing program. the present class is going to be working with present time. And that one I think I'm the most excited for because I've had a taste of what that energy is the last few days. And it's been nothing short of a miracle. I will tell you guys a little story. Anyone like bees? It's a random question. I was receiving and being and practicing some of the energy of it. And because of that, oh God, Erica, that's maybe not the vibe. But again, there's an element of being one with nature in this and one, oh wow, oh gosh. Okay, I hope you're okay. Anyway, I was so in the zone of this energy, which I have to say, like a lot of us think we're present and often we're not. It's just the truth. We're like, I'm present, but actually like we're thinking about 5 steps ahead or 5 steps before. And I happened to, one thing led to another, and I was so in the present that I saw a bee fly into my home, land on the rug, and just rest. And it wasn't a small bee. It was a huge bee. It was like a queen bee. And so I got a cup and I saved it and I got it to fly out. But because of that, I got to catch the sunrise, and I never catch the sunrise. But it was such a magical, I think this was actually yesterday morning. It was such a magical morning of working with present time because I got to experience that gift because bees are so much the energy of this. Again, like milk and honey, it's an abundant energy. Time is an abundant energy. So if you're like, I want to call in more abundance in my life, this is an abundant energy. But yeah, the present class, I am arguably the most excited for. I think it's going to unlock things for us that we've never quite seen before because it's working with time in a whole new way. And again, they're like, we can't reveal too much, but it's really, really special. And then the last class is future, which is all about quantum leaping in a healthy way, in an aligned way. And I feel like that's also gonna be very, very high energy. So that is the program of time. And just for the brains to relax, I suppose, something like this would normally be like 9,000 that I would run, and it's nothing like that. Like it's completely doable, completely reasonable, and there's payment plans, and it's so good. Anyway, so what is, how did the channel land with you? How are you feeling about the possibility of a whole new beginning, which I realize is like a whole wild thing to ask people when it hasn't happened yet and when you haven't felt it yet. But, what's landed, what's not landed? How are you feeling? Like, I'm so open to conversation. Again, I don't want it to be just me chatting. That's fun, but not fun. So the floor is yours. The floor is yours. How do you feel about a new beginning? How do you feel about the channel that came through? How do you feel about playing with time? We have a bee story. I would highly encourage you guys to not be afraid to get off mute and chat. Erica's got something. Feeling tension in my legs. Interesting. Well, maybe there is some root chakra bits that are moving for you to, I guess, accept that message. That would be the thought I have. Rachel's feeling excited. Yeah, how are we feeling about it? You are so welcome. Claudette, since you are leaving early, just hop in my DMs if you want the link for time. Yeah? Cool. Rachel's heart is racing, hopefully in an excited way. Erica, I feel like new beginning perfectly describes my current situation. Love, 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 love. But what I want you to know is that there is more. We are at the very beginning. We haven't even approached it yet. So feel free to type the bee experience. Feel free. Like we just had part 1 eclipse, part 2 eclipse. Oh my gosh, I nearly forgot this very important part. Part 2 eclipse is nearing the end of the month. I want to say it's the 28th. Pretty sure. It wasn't time yet, Lucy. Come on. Hello. But I really, really, really want to say this because I wanted this to be a visual on the page, but we just didn't get to it. But this is something I really want to say. We just had an eclipse a few days ago, right? The 12th. We're still in that energy, just not as much. Eclipses, big change. And then I want to say it's the 28th, we have another eclipse. Just around the 28th is a class that I want to run, that we will run, called Burn. Burn is a bonus class that you can get for free if you are in time by Sunday evening. So I want to give this extra class of Burn. Burn is major. We can be moving karmic contracts and stuff in Burn. Burn is like, leave it behind you. It's big. But I want to give it for free for every single person that joins Burn. So you actually can have 4 group classes. But what I want, well, that's not the point. The point is, eclipse 3 days ago, eclipse end of this month. When eclipses have their biggest effect, and the energy work you do around eclipses is just after, which is why this whole program, time is built for, and why it can't work in the future and why it can't work earlier. Time is built for the time period just after the eclipses. So it will run in September and it will run in October, and it is to support the new beginning. And it's just going to be so delicious and so good. And I'm so, 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 so excited. And I hope, my hope for you is that you see that you can have that you can have something incredible as like this gift to open to, and like to allow yourself a bigger wave. Because something that came through to me earlier today is that sometimes people go, oh, I can't, or they like see themselves separate from possibility. And that's not what this is. This is saying, okay, but don't, sorry, that sounds so like layman, but don't see yourself as separate from possibility. Allow yourself to have what is available to you, because, you know, you're not just here for rhyme or reason. You arrived here for, you know, like you're watching this for a reason, which means that you're already a part of this. And someone asked me, though, who is this for? Anybody that has felt big waves of the change of the last few years, this is for you. It is to open the next chapter and the new beginning, and to not just open it, but to open it in the best way possible. Because we can either use these big times, or we can let them miss us, which totally misses a massive opportunity. Are there any questions or other ways I can support you? Or if you have anything individual that you want to bring forward, that you have a question of, can time support me in this? This is the space. Please don't be shy. What do you want to know? How can I help? So Rachel said, can it help me bring in more opportunities to make money? Guys, we got to go back to the channel. It's a milk and honey pollen, like new beginning vibe. Yeah, of course. Of course it can. It's a very, very, very abundant energy. The thing is, like, again, backstory, I've run, well over 20 things, right? And there were specific like money programs I ran. But one thing I realized is that sometimes the literal title is not the thing that brings the biggest shift. You know, like this is an energy of whole new beginning, being in harmony with all. It's rich, it's light, it's abundant. Absolutely it can. And not in a knock you over the head, let's detail about money way. Again, there's no struggle energy in this. And the other thing to say, which I hope is very obvious, this has 2 one-to-one classes that you can use however you want. Like, whoa, you can literally bring anything in that, very well including opportunities, very well including money, very including career, love. Those are all areas I've helped people before. Can't wait to work one-on-one. Me too. We have a huge opportunity to like surf a beautiful wave if we choose to use it. So like, let's use it, you know, like why wouldn't we go all the way? If you are meant to have it, there is a way to do it. This is always the way. Always, 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 always the way. So that's it. Allow yourself the life of milk and honey. I mean, who can say we don't want that? Hopefully see you in time. And I'm sending lots of love, and I cannot wait to hopefully work with you in full in this whole new energy, and I'm so excited about it. All right. Bye. Bye, bye, bye. See you.